Meg Turney, and I love anime.
I'm Ross Everett, and it's not my cup of green tea.
On this show, we watch anime that's on Netflix, and we talk about it. If you want to join in, you can always go to netflix.com/sourcefed to get a free month of instant streaming, and you can join us on this show.
Yeah! You guys, I don't know a lot about anime, and I don't know a lot about Japanese culture. So this week, we chose...
Ouran High School Host Club.
None of those words make sense to me, and I've watched 2 episodes at this point. So...
Ouran?
Yep. High School Host Club. It takes place in a high school, from what I gathered, but kind of like if Professor X ran a high school in Japan.
It's like a really rich academy type setting.
And one thing that they have there that is completely foreign to anyone in America would be the host clubs.
Right.
So from what I gathered, as someone that has never been to Japan or a host club, it's kind of like the Japanese equivalent of a fraternity or a sorority, but instead of drinking and having sex, they drink tea and like giggle a lot and sweat profusely. Am I far off?
Well, okay, so in this anime, yes, that's kind of what the host club is like, but in real life, in Japan, host clubs, they're really hard to describe to Americans. It's kind of like prostitution without the sex.
All the boring parts of prostitution.
In Japan, the way host clubs work is it's almost like a club atmosphere, but the more you pay, the more guys pay attention to you for like when the guys are hosts.
Oh, so it's like being a guy in America.
Yeah, it's like the opposite. Well, they have host clubs for men, where the men go, and the more they pay, the more the women pay attention to them.
Oh, it's strip clubs.
In Japan, people have, and like in this anime, they have preferred hosts. So like, I really love Kenji, so I go and I spend money toward Kenji's total.
And I love Chandelier, so I put dollars in her G-string.
That's racist.
What?
So the totals, though, it's like a point of pride because you want your preferred host to be the top host, and they actually have running totals of how much money the hosts are making. So it's like you really want your guy to be #1, so you're encouraged to spend more money.
It's like a weird carnival game using human pieces and pride.
Exactly, Japan.
Take a trip. So watching this was my first ever anime. Growing up, I saw a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, never really hooked me. So when we decided to do this show, Meg said that
Ouran
High School Host Club was the one to watch because we might as well jump into the deep end. So my review, as someone that has never seen an anime before, this is weird, guys. It's really weird. There's a lot of incest, there's a lot of homosexual incest, there's a lot of girls being guys. It was almost like sorority boys, but put in high school and in Japan.
For me, I actually picked this anime blindly. I'd never seen it before. It just looked kind of wacky, and I thought it would be a good start for Ross since he didn't really have like a basis in anime at all. I love that this anime has all the tropes that you've seen in every anime ever, including twincest,
All
romance,
your favorite tropes, like twincest,
homoerotic
moments.
Sex changes.
Sex changes.
Giggling sweat drops.
Giggling sweat drops.
So the first 10 minutes of the first episode, they actually like call attention to the fact that they're gonna give like a really cheesy reason for why the girl needs to be in the host club, and it's this vase falling, and they kind of call attention to it in a funny way. So it's a really cute anime because it has like a good amount of tropes, but it makes fun of itself while it's doing it.
So what style of anime would you say this falls into?
This is a heavily shoujo anime. It's very softly drawn, soft features, lots of rose petals and glitter, and it's definitely more skewed toward women.
Soup Sojo, guys. Soup Sojo.
Exactly, so I absolutely loved it. Ross thought it was crazy. I'll totally finish it. Ross, would you watch more?
Oh boy. No. But I love you guys that love it. And right now is the part where we would show a bunch of clips of you guys saying what you thought of the anime, but it's the first episode, so next week we will be watching
Full Metal Alchemist. So if you haven't seen it, watch the first episode or 2, send in a video response to this video telling us what you thought, what your favorite parts were, etc., and you might see yourself on this show.
But Meg, I don't have Netflix. How am I gonna watch it?
Go to netflix.com/sourcefed and get a free month of instant streaming, and you can watch Full Metal Alchemist with us.
That's called a shameless plug because it supports the show and allows us to keep doing this with you guys. So we'll see you guys next week. I'm Ross Everett.
I'm Meg Turney. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the annotation and we'll see you guys next week.